Krishna Prasad joins in, CMD of Granules India, to talk more about his business. Krishna, it's great to have you on the show. Thanks very much for taking out the time. Can you talk about the strong growth in commentary as far as revenue goes for the quarter?
The revenue and both EBITDA are a function of our subsidiary where we have launched new products, subsidiary in the United States. There are new products manufactured in India and also in the US which have been launched. And the growth has been driven by that, and the margins also have been driven by that.
What are your plans for further filing in the US, say over the next 2 to 3 years, if you could give us a timeline?
Our filings are on track. This year we expect to file about 10 ANDAs and similar number going forward.
Right. Will FY 21-22 see strong contribution from the US generic market for you?
Yes, that's going to be an important growth driver, and also there are going to be other markets that are opening up, and revenue is increasing from other markets too.
Okay, what about revenue contribution coming in? I know Aisha asked you about the formulations market in general, but do you see traction there? Can you talk about any recent launches in the US, especially about methocarbamol or metformin? One of those launches, how have they fared for you?
Yeah. We had these two products launched in the last quarter, and they are picking up well. And also our other product which we launched from the US, manufactured in the US, Methergine, is also doing well. The new products are really contributing, and also the core business formulations have the contribution from formulations has increased. APIs are going down and formulations are increasing. This is also going to drive up the revenues and also the profit margins.
Right. What though is the reason for the gross margin decline in the quarter, and what was your R&D expense?
R&D expense was about 35 crores, out of which we capitalized about 18 crores. The rest was written off. And also the slight decline in margins is because of the continued increase in raw material costs which we are getting from China. And even though we pass on a substantial part.
Right, we seem to have snapped that line. We'll get back. We have Mr. Krishna Prasad from Granules India back with us. Mr. Prasad, before we got disconnected, you were talking about what were the reasons for the gross margin decline in the quarter, and what are your R&D expenses that you've earmarked? We still seem to have a bad audio issue. Okay.
Krishna Prasad, once again, we were in conversation with the management of Granules. Krishna, give us an update on the commissioning of the Vizag oncology facility.
The API is ready in the onco facility. We have started validations of certain products. There will be continued validation for a major part of next year too. But the formulation facility, onco formulation, is getting qualified, and we expect to start product validations before the end of this fiscal year. We are also been talking with various customers who are interested in our products. We are going to do some joint developments with these people.
Right. So in the last 5 years, your EBITDA margin has gone up from 11% in FY13 all the way to 18-19% in FY19 so far. Do you think further margin expansion is possible, A? And B, will it then come from US market expansion?
Okay. Actually, we have touched a peak of about 21% EBITDA a few years ago. But due to the continued price increases for key raw materials, we have taken a small hit. However, the situation is changing, and the good news is this quarter we have seen the prices coming down, and hopefully this will continue, and we definitely see us going back to at least 20% EBITDA margins, if not more. And this will be driven mostly by the growth in formulation sales.
And can you talk about BASF relaunching its ibuprofen drug in the market? Do you think the drug supply shortage gains are one time?
BASF, yes, they've, as per the call yesterday, they've committed to relaunch in April, the coming April. However, there will be shortages. There's been a big backlog and they're not going to take fresh orders. It will continue for a while. And all I have to tell you is, even though we had some good quarters because of ibuprofen sales, it's not really going to, a free supply is not really going to hit our margins going forward.
Okay. Thanks, Krishna, for joining us and giving us those details.